Welcome to this video presentation where we'll introduce the newest version of CET.SteelConnDesign, version 1.4, in collaboration with Tekla for designing moment-end connections between beams and columns. Before we begin, please check out our channel for guidance on installing and setting up our software with Tekla. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach us at civiliangrtools@gmail.com. This update is based on the AISC design guide for extended end plate moment connections, seismic and wind applications, and the AISC steel manual as our main references. Before start, we have also created a column named C1 and a beam named B1 in Tekla. These names are crucial as we use them to identify and differentiate connections. Let's jump into our system. Once it's loaded, click the Scan button to import member information from Tekla. B1 and C1 will appear in the beam and column list. Then, we'll create a new connection named B1_C1. We'll also switch the design method to LRFD. Now, head to the Connection Design tab, set the moment to 2000 kip-inch. Click the Design Connection button, and you'll see a moment of flange plate connection generated. Choose Web Connection from the Design Parts drop-down and select End Plate as the connection type. An image of the new moment end plate will be displayed. After designing, you'll find moment end plate type 144 created in Tekla in green color. In the new input field, Moment Bolt Pattern, according to AISC Design Guide 4, you can select from 3 options: 4 bolts stiffened, and 8 bolts stiffened. Let's choose 4 bolts stiffened and design the connection. This will also create a beam flange stiffener. Try 8 bolts stiffened. Our system will generate different configurations for the moment end plate. You can undo these changes to revert to the previous design. There's another new input field, Applied Force to Member End. Hover over it for a pop-up explaining its use, with a reference to AISC J10. The picture on the left also gives us an idea of the distance. Now, let's focus on the To Column tab for bolts. Ensure you're in the correct view in Tekla. In the current tab, most fields for entering information stay as they are. For instance, you can change the size of the bolt to 1 inch. You can undo this if needed. Just a quick reminder, in our system, cyan indicates design results, not user inputs. Another thing you can do is set the gauge to 5 inches. Once you make these changes, you'll see the Tekla model update after design. A new addition is the pitch distance for the moment end plate connection, illustrated in an accompanying image. Alter this value to 2 inches, and Tekla model will reflect the change. The final step is to adjust the edge distance to 1.5 inches. Now moving to the To Beam tab, we can set weld sizes between the moment end plate and the beam web or beam flange. Currently, we only support a single fillet weld type for the end plate to beam flange weld. With our beam stiffeners in place, the beam flange stiffener is now available in the Design Parts drop-down. Upon selection, you'll see a new image. Although the length and width dimensions are fixed, you can adjust the clip length to 1 inch and the plate thickness to 1 inch. The plate to beam connection only supports bevel groove weld type. Now let's inspect the connection in Tekla. We will see most necessary information has been filled by our system automatically, such as end plate dimensions. In Bolts tab, even the very complicated field such as bolt spacing has been generated by our system, which greatly save users time. Our system also populates the required details about weld types and weld sizes. The design summary table is updated for the new moment and plate connections. Designing with the 4 bolts type will adjust the table automatically. Lastly, let's explore the enhanced detailed report for the moment end plate connection. This report includes intricate calculations like end plate yield line analysis and column flange flexural yielding checks. You can print the report in PDF format for future reference. That wraps up today's presentation. Thank you for watching.